But back in 1966, when many inner cities were in turmoil, a violent outbreak threatened the spirit of Bayview Hunters Point. On September 27th, 16-year-old Matthew Johnson stole a car with friends. They spotted a police officer.
So they stop their car in the middle of the street and they run off in 3 different directions. The cop understands that something's up, right? So he picks Matthew to run after.
Chased him all the way down 3rd, down Palouse Street, down towards the shipyard. And he got down there because down there was a fence to enter the shipyard. When we was chased by police back in those days, and they chased us up on the hill, we lost them because they didn't know the hill like we did.
The chase took a tragic turn when the officer pulled his gun. He said he called out for Matthew Johnson to stop, but then lowered his gun and shot the 16-year-old boy in the back.
Well, we felt as though that was unjust. Shouldn't have killed him. That wasn't no grounds to kill him. Their life wasn't threatened. So we start rioting, tearing up the whole community. And I was 16 years old. I'll never forget that day.
People demanded that the mayor come to the area. The mayor did not come, and then at that point, things started getting out of hand.
It scared the hell out of them, and of course the mayor called the National Guard in here.
The arrival of 1,200 armed National Guardsmen changed the tone. It was no longer a protest of police brutality, it was a race riot.
National Guard came in and they camped out at Candlestick Park. And then all of a sudden one day we were down hanging out, and they come marching down 3rd Street and to 3rd and Newcomb, and they started shooting at us. So we running all over the place, running from the bullets and everything. Well, we shooting back too, because we had our little zip guns, and we would run inside the Opera House, and they would shoot up the Opera House. They shot up the man's car that is across the street from the Opera House, that in house. I'll never forget, he had holes all in his car.
Over 6 days, 359 people were arrested and 51 injured. Order was restored, but political and economic fallout would haunt Bayview Hunters Point for years to come.
Tanks and bayonets and, right up and just scared the hell out of the community. But this community used to be tough. It's getting that way again. But, they used to vote 100%. But after those tanks and after that riot, it just scared them into submission, and they ain't had the courage to get back up yet.
No, we have not recovered from 66 to riots, because you have a lot of vacant buildings in the community that has not been open, that's been boarded up and has not been open since.
In Bayview Hunters Point, about 90% of the population is people of color. Unemployment is more than twice as high as the rest of the city, and there are about 4 times as many hazardous waste sites here than in any other part of San Francisco.
Children just suffer from health issues, and the adults or young adults suffer from policing issues, and there's no stores, there's no grocery stores, and just all of these issues that exist in other communities of color are just exemplified here, just to extreme degrees.
The children in this area, it's a high concentration of asthma. They're contracting asthma. Why? How? We don't know. Cancer, breast cancer, where's that coming from?
There are many contributing factors to the health problems here. An organization, Literacy for Environmental Justice, conducts a 45-minute toxic tour in the area to inform people of the hazards.
The power plant was built in 1929, and it's probably the largest stationary contributor to asthma in the area.
The tour begins at the Navy shipyard, which closed in 1974. The EPA has placed it on its national priorities list, citing numerous dangerous toxins within. The cleanup has been going on for years, but problems still persist. In 2000, a long-burning toxic fire sparked outrage from Bayview residents.
Do you want a house next to a 46-acre landfill that got radioactive in it, PCBs, and you name it in it? That's on fire!
Now who run it? You ain't murdering no more kids.
Another issue that won't go away? Conflict with the police and protests against them. On this afternoon, activists toured the neighborhood, calling for police reform. Many young people here feel targeted by police, and police brutality claims the lives of numerous Bayview Hunters Point residents year after year.
When they see a black man, they don't automatically think they can just brutalize him with no consequence.
Sandra Juanita started the Idris Stele Foundation to help victims and families of victims of police brutality.